Thank you guys for jumping on here tonight. I'm excited to get to be with you. My name is Lynette Cunningham. And wow, what a privilege it is for me to be able to share some information with you tonight. Obviously, someone cared a lot about you to ask you to get this information. And hopefully I do it justice in delivering it to you. You know, I kind of view the ability to share this information kind of like giving a gift to someone. It's funny, I'm seeing all these crazy hairs, but it's kind of like giving a gift to somebody because, you know, when you give a gift to someone, you know its value, right? But you never know how the other person's going to receive it. Nonetheless, it's a joy for you to be able to give it. And that's how I view this, because I know that this information has been life-changing for so many, whether it be their health or their finances, whatever their needs are in that respect. I've seen the impact that it's made on them. So I'm excited to get to share that information with you. But just to kind of familiarize you with who I am, my name is Lynette Cunningham. I joined LifeVantage 9 years ago now. And it was introduced to me at a point in our lives, my husband and I, when we were running 5 different corporations. My children were 2 and 4 years old. Busy, busy lives, right? Like most people today, we had incredibly busy lives. But it was a dear relative that asked us to take a look at this. And out of respect for her and out of love for her, we looked at it, because I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I perceived this to be network marketing. And what I knew of network marketing was that you sell things to friends and family. And I wanted absolutely nothing to do with that. So, although I perceived that's what it was, I respectfully agreed to get the information. And boy, am I glad that I did. I mean, for a multitude of reasons. But for starters, one of the things that Brandon's cousin shared with us is that the flagship product that this company shares and distributes has some serious scientific backing. One of the things that she shared was a study was done by LSU in regards to skin cancer, knowing that my husband in his 30s had skin cancer cut out of his face. So when she shared with us what LSU concluded about this product that's made of 5 plants in correlation to skin cancer, it was enough for me to make a decision that this is a product I wanted my husband to take for the rest of his life. And as I started to understand a little bit more about the product, the more I realized it's important that we all benefit from it. And you'll see why. So what I'm going to do for starters is just have you watch the same kind of video clip that I did that helped me to kind of go, let me see what this is all about. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys, because I'd like for you to see what I saw.
The following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist.
This is a pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Yeah, there we go. It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result, my level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks, even mental disease. Yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
Yeah, so as you can see, that got my attention. And I'm going to tell you, at the time, there were 3 studies that had been done. The one that I referenced, LSU, the one that shows that oxidative stress levels are lowered an average of 40% in all mammals. And I'm going to tell you, as I started to understand the significance of oxidative stress and its correlation to virtually any disease that you can think of. I mean, I did a little bit of due diligence. And when I realized that, I thought, well, this is a product that I need to take, my mom needs to take, my sister needs to take, my aunt needs to take, I start naming off all these people in my life that I want to benefit from it. You guys, today there's over 20 studies that have been done on this product in its entirety, not on an ingredient in this product, but on this product, Protandim Nerve 2. The most recent study was done by the National Institute of Aging, showing that it's been proven to extend life. Now, that's a big deal. They tested male mice, the extension of life was 7%, and they have never found anything else that's been able to do that. So if you're like me, you're like, okay, people have others in their life that they want to live longer. We all have people in our life that we would like to see live longer, and not just live longer, but live longer in a healthier way, right? We all want to buffer disease as best we can. Why else do we eat vegetables? I mean, I don't eat it for fun. Why do I exercise? It's good for my health. Why do I try to buy organic foods? I don't like paying more. I mean, we do things to try to allow ourselves to be as healthy as we possibly can for preventative care. As long as we can buffer those diseases that may be in our future, we make attempts at doing that. And that is the reason that I will never go without this product. Okay, so that's my personal mindset, as well as many people who have now been educated on it. But when you've got something that significant and you know that people share your sentiments, and yet many have never heard of it, there's an opportunity. There is the possibility of benefiting financially from the growth that's going to take place in the company. And so for that reason, I made a business decision to get involved. And I'm going to circle back to my story momentarily. But for my husband and myself, well, maybe I'll just share it now. For my husband and myself, the businesses that we were running, they were providing all we needed financially. I told you we had 5 corporations. They were providing what we needed financially. We were able to take a couple of vacations a year, lived in a nice house, nice cars. But the reality was we didn't necessarily have the time that we wanted, nor did my husband like what he was doing. In fact, he hated it. But when you're self-employed and making good money, where's your out of that? Like you just kind of accept that this is the way it's going to be because you don't think that there's a way out. And so what I'd like to do now is have you watch a video of just people from different walks of life, different circumstances. Some people, look at this as maybe a means to just help them get by, maybe cover a car payment or help with groceries or whatever the case may be. Or if you're like us, we were just looking for something to replace what we already had. So take a look at this video and you guys can see the different stories of people. I just realized I didn't click those buttons. Let me try something. Hold on here. I wonder if you guys will get better sound if I make sure. Yeah, I think you're gonna get better sound now. I forgot to click those the first time, so.
I clearly remember waking up one day and thinking that this is what every day is going to look like for the rest of my life. Wake up, get the kids ready for school, go to work, come home, feed the kids, go to bed, and do it all over again the next day.
The exact moment, I know when it was. I was watching my grandma get ready for work. She's 75 years old. She didn't want to go to work, but she had to.
Well, it hit us like a flash of lightning. Isaiah and I were working on what we were going to do after he retired and put numbers together, and turned out that we would need $2 million if we lived to be 80. Yeah, $2 million. There's no way, right?
The economy tanked and my firm went under, and I'm not looking for a job, I'm overqualified. And they got these college kids getting out of college that are willing to work for pennies. I thought you work hard, you're loyal to the company, and everything's going to be fine, but that just wasn't the case.
I was excited about my job, I was positive about it. It was the job I always wanted to have, but then I realized that all I was doing was working. Long hours, weekends, and one day when I was in the bus, I saw this park, beautiful park, families playing, and I realized I never do that anymore. What can I do so I can live today and not wait for some unknown future so I can start living my life?
I had this degree from an amazing university, all my friends did, and we thought that when we got out of college that we were going to be able to find a job just like that. And that wasn't the case. We got out, couldn't find a job in our field, and that was when I decided that something needed to be different.
Can you believe 70% of people in the US won't be able to retire, like my grandma? It made me realize that I needed to do something different for my family outside of that broken system.
I had to take control.
I just knew something had to change,
Nobody was going to determine my worth but me.
I learned about protandem and how it was the result of a huge scientific breakthrough in something in our bodies called NRF2. It's actually a protein in our genes.
Oh yeah, Harvard, LSU, Ohio State, University of Colorado, Denver.
Texas Tech, Virginia Commonwealth, Colorado State.
Free Radical Biology, the American Journal of Physiology, Circulation. I read them all.
I even watched ABC Primetime, NBC Today show. I wanted to know everything, and it was indisputable.
This product was proven over and over again.
Well, the study showed that protandem was literally combating the effects of aging at a cellular level. Just as soon as I realized that I could have a business and it helped people, everybody says that they want to help people, but we really do. I really help people.
Yeah, for me, it was a big deal that we were a global public company traded on the NASDAQ. Just knowing that we hold ourselves to a higher standard of responsibility, of quality, transparency, and that was important to me.
And then the check started coming. I actually even have my very first check in a place where I can see it, just to remember how once upon a time life was passing me by.
Well, it wasn't huge, of course, when we first started, but we started making enough to pay things like groceries and rent, and last month we even took a vacation. And now we have a retirement, right?
Well, my favorite thing is when they ask me, so what do you do for a living? And I tell them, I help people. And I do. I help people retire. I help people be happy. That's my job. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, with a franchise, I mean, really, I would just be managing someone else's business. But with LifeVantage, this is my business, and it's how I support my family. But I also get to live my life. You know, I get time to spend with my family and my kids, and I'm present now, rather than my mind being somewhere else.
I feel like this is the first time in our lives that we don't wonder what our future is going to look like.
It's a group, you know, I'm not alone. I love it. I'm not alone, and I don't have to worry about people trying to climb over me to get ahead, or people hoping that I fail within the company. It's the people that I work with now actually care about my success. You know, they care about me succeeding within this company, and yeah, I love it.
LifeVantage is just great. I mean, I love it that they are never content with just standing still. I mean, they could have said with this breakthrough with NRF2 that they were done.
Yeah, but they don't. And they didn't, and they won't. They keep researching, they keep innovating, and instead of focusing on fads, they're using nutrigenomics to create products that people love and that people actually use.
That's the community I joined, a community that keeps on researching, keeps innovating. That's why we're a leader of the nutrigenomic field, because we keep building on our research.
My favorite part is that I get to be with my kids. I get to help people. It's not a job if it's something you believe in, it's a life.
What she says, we're getting healthy and wealthy. I just call it freedom.
You guys, that's what we were looking for. That is exactly what we were looking for. We were looking for time freedom to go along with financial freedom. And so, you know, like I said, when I first got involved, I had a very high level of skepticism. I really didn't believe this could be all that I was being told that it is. I had a lot of confidence in the fact that it was a publicly traded company. That just gave me, I guess, a little backbone in knowing that I was signing up with a company that was legitimate. But as far as the income potential, I really didn't think that there was the income potential that there actually is. And you guys, when I got involved, there was not a means for us to really see what people are making. But what I want you to see is that we've got an income disclosure statement right here that shows the average incomes. This column right here is where I want you to focus your attention. It's the average incomes of people in our company. And, you know, some people get involved, like I said, just looking for an extra couple $100. And when you look at these early ranks, look at like rank Pro 3, okay? That's a very early rank in our company, and people are earning $580 a month. I mean, would that impact your life? Would that make a difference to you? For my husband and myself, we reached this rank right here, Elite Pro 7, averaging $11,000 a month. And we did that in 17 months, having no network marketing experience, running 5 corporations, having 2 young children. We simply fit this in the nooks and crannies of our day. And honestly, it's the type of thing where, you know, they say if you want something done, give it to a busy person, because they manage their time. People who don't have a lot going on are lackadaisical with their time, and they don't get a lot accomplished. But when you're busy and you've got priorities and you've got goals, you get things done. And it simply is something that we made a decision that we wanted to do. And so we did it. And in 17 months, we reached that point and continued to grow in the ranks from there. And many people that we've shared this with are in the exact same circumstance, family members of mine, childhood friends of mine. And I say that Mainly because I just know where my mindset was when I started this. And, you know, the other part of my story that I didn't share with you guys is that, you know, I lost my father when he was young. He was 51 years old, and he was killed in a car accident. And what I realized, I was 21 at the time, and what I realized is that he had always been a general contractor, you know, was the breadwinner of the family. My mom was privileged to be able to stay at home with the kids and be a housewife. We loved that. And when that day came, everything in her world changed. And so then I looked at my own circumstance, and my husband and I were running those businesses, but every one of those corporations would not be functioning without him as the front man. I did kind of the behind the scenes work. I did the books on everything. Without him, I had no books to do. And I saw this as a way for me to create security for my kids and myself should something unexpected happen. And that's exactly what it's provided us. I say often, it's like the best insurance compensation you'll ever have, because it creates a residual income. My husband and I are still earning money off of the work that we did when we enrolled 9 years ago. What other business is that the case with our car business? If we did a job fixing the interior of a car, we got paid one time on that. That was it. We had to go out and do it again in order to receive more money. Trading time for money is kind of the way of the world, but it doesn't have to be. And that's what I didn't realize. And that's why I'm excited about being able to share this with you, because it's like a genius way to do business that I didn't even realize existed. So if you've heard this information and it makes sense to you, and you're like, okay, I have people in my life that I'd like to live longer. I would like to buffer, you know, sickness as best as I can. The step one is just start taking the product. That's step one, right? Step two, if you see the income potential the way that I saw it and you want to benefit from it as well, step two is get with the person who invited you to this information and have them send you a link to enroll as a distributor. It's simple. And there's 3 different packs to choose from in getting started. There's a silver, a gold, and a platinum pack. Pick the pack according to the type of income you want to make. I mean, it's pretty simple in that respect. They can help you along those lines in understanding the process. And step 3 is just to invite people to the information. Share the videos the way that I shared them with you tonight. We have tools available where you can just forward a video to people with the proper introduction, of course. But that's what I did. That is seriously what I did. I started by inviting a few people a day to take a look at a video and to get some information on this company. And my life is forever changed. And for that, I will eternally be grateful. And I feel very much a passion and an obligation to share this with people, because it's a beautiful thing that we have here. And so I hope that the information was beneficial for you tonight. I thank you very much for getting on here. And regardless of whatever your decision, get back with the person who shared this information with you and let them know where you stand. Let them know if there's any more information needed or if you're ready to get started. So thank you. I hope you have a wonderful night. Take care.